Hello, plenty hot in the desert. Here's a little metaphysical test. We've got two nearly identical stick figures here. And we've got a radio tower here. For a pointer, what do you say we use something like bright red? Here's the radio tower, and here's one nearly identical stick figure, and there's the other nearly identical stick figure. And up here in pink, we got a whole bunch of memories and dreams and previous lifetimes and hopes and aspirations of other bazillions of things that under the big management capacity of the creative forces that will roughly assemble in the image of gurgling hose water coming up through yet even more water and our pulsating jellyfish seeing over all this. We've got our daydreams and previous lives and future people's lives, and unadulterated, let's say, this is just one of many of such tendrils. Like over here, let's get a nice friendly, somewhat neglected green. There's a whole series of green ones going over, or at least they seem green from the perspective of these two nearly identical blue stick figures. Well, okay. And one of them just gets like a whole bunch of tendrils. And, oh golly. And it gives them a big, luscious, sort of new blue lease on maybe life, or maybe how they feel about life, or maybe all kinds of parts of them. We can get down to that Grand Central Station where some only special people get to talk about on TV. Okay, so all because of this pink thing. Now, this person over here has a different adventure coming their way. Ooh, because the tendril that gets them passes through this, what's the word from the rock star album cover? This wonderment. The wonderment of the broadcast from the tower. And it's got like, oh, an XYZ axis, like a bunch of cubes. So there's a, that is between the person who's a person. They could be wearing clothing and everything, or even a hat. But this is different. This is a great big broadcast coming out of the tower with its yellowness broadcast coming out. And it acts like a filter or a screen. So, where's that tendril? What is it going to do? Well, we're going to say the tendril may or may not know about the broadcast tower. And it does it anyway. It busts in and wants to say, hello. Nearly identical stick figure. And it says so. It says hello, but we're going to just speculate because we see something. And so when the blue wonderment starts, attached to the yellow wonderment, we get a different result. All kinds of stuff in the news. This is the time of the wrap-up in Libya, we're told. For a lot of us who see this wrap-up in Libya as being something that we, meaning perhaps that 1% of the nation of the United States of America that watches the news a lot, and I'd like to think I'm part of that 1 to 5%. Well, what's going on in Libya, historic beliefs and media beliefs, I don't think to some huge extent are in great juxtaposition. But these are the sort of paradigms that we're going to be seeing more and more in the aftershocks of World War II, which I believe we yet live through. So, this again is not one of those new less than 1 minute things which will debut somewhere very, very near the end of the month of October. In the meantime, thanks, Oscar 21 1010.